preside over the conduct of national elections with a mantra of equality, fair play, and justice. With active strides to encourage political pluralism and freedom of expression, the Gambia's democratic credentials have flourished under President Jammeh. The country has reached the completion point of the highly indebted Poor Countries Initiative, an international measure of standard economic success. President Jammeh has served as the chairperson of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of the West African Monetary Zone, where the Gambia is among the leading performers in the convergence criteria for a single sub-regional currency. Positive stewardship, the country continues to enjoy the confidence of international financial institutions such as the World Bank and IMF for its sound financial and economic management. The Gambia strides proudly ahead of universal plans for the 2015 target of the Millennium Development Goals, thanks to the intelligent policies of a leader who has involved and inspired every productive segment of the population, especially women and youth. With key appointments, Vice President, Speaker of the National Assembly, Cabinet Ministers, among a host of other responsible government portfolios, never in the Gambia's history have women been given so much voice and recognition. Jammeh is both an agent and a figure of hope for Africa's youthful population. With initiatives of result-oriented youth development policies and programs like the National Youth Service Scheme, young people in the Gambia especially have tasted and experienced an inspiration, goodwill, and glory. In the arena of sports, Jammeh has masterminded, through foresight and innovation, two powerful and historical victories to grab coveted football trophies by the Gambia's under-17 football squad. He personally extended a surprise largesse to the players and team officials by presenting to them $1 million each. In the international arena, Jammeh has earned himself a reputation for sincerity, honesty, and genuine friendship. The Gambia's foreign policy continues to be directed by his personal quest for global peace and stability, as manifested by his untiring efforts to resolve regional conflicts in Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, and neighboring Casamance. President Jammeh's leadership qualities won him the respect of his colleagues on the continent, who converged in Banjul in June 2006 for the African Union Heads of State and Government Summit. This event was a verdict of confidence in one of the continent's youngest and most charismatic leaders.
After all that has been said about integration and rationalization of regional economic communities, the necessity for the creation of a common market is an understatement. I therefore task the economic communities of Africa to work progressively towards making economic integration a reality.
For his overall record in good governance, global peace and justice, President Jammeh received the prestigious award of Professor from the Empresarial University of Costa Rica.
But I've never expected to be awarded or given any academic award.
Jammeh also earned a fellowship from the Australian Asian Institute of Civil Leadership in recognition of his outstanding achievements and illustrious leadership. Above all these natural qualities and endowments, President Jammeh is a dedicated husband and father of exemplary responsibility, care, and attention. His wife Zainab, daughter Mariam, and son Mohammed are no doubt most deeply touched by the love and care of such a man. Such is the living legacy of a family head, statesman, and visionary. He was bequeathed to the nation 44 years ago, and under him a new Gambia is born, set to thrive with renewed promise for generations yet unborn.
josimi banda ibulo fana isa folo bulu bakaro la folo weji mara kan bitu ka bonde santo kata alimma koy yili so ka kuten anin dam min ne fasu woni jima sali kuwani jana boy be ka kutenne iyo kuwo kata saddo weji duma wala kafisa ikana mbatan ni jinin karo na amuta kura kata sanga weji duma wala kafisa ikana mbatan ni jinin karo na amuta wala takela keke tendo tikawabero dolo la kuma tefola imaje fanya da busira budu manyo lo dala kumo tendo nye tenda la fanya kunjo hani dala so
For the news in summary, I am Fatou Jassé. Tens of thousands of Gambians, head of states and government, as well as delegations from Africa and beyond, gathered at the Independence Stadium on Thursday to watch President Jammeh take the oath of office for the fourth time. In a 26-page inaugural address, His Excellency Sir Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh spelled out, among other things, plans to further invest heavily in education. Professor Jammeh also dilated on the need for reform in the growth sectors, in line with recently launched program for accelerated growth and employment page. Meanwhile, the public is hereby informed that there will be a reenactment of His Excellency the President's swearing-in ceremony on Friday, 20th January 2012 in Kanilai, but without the administering of the oath and the parade by the armed and security forces. The flow of high-profile guests invited to President's inauguration continued Thursday morning with the arrival of the Presidents of Senegal and the Islamic Republic of Mauritania, Mr. Abdoulaye Wade and Mohamed Ould Abdel Aziz, respectively. Former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo also flew into the Gambia to attend the mega program. The high-power delegation dispatched to Banjul by Taiwan's President-elect Ma Ying-jeou to attend President Jammeh's swearing-in ceremony was given a taste of Gambian hospitality shortly after arriving in the Gambia. The dinner held at Sheraton Hotel Resort and Spa provided Foreign Minister Timothy Young, who headed the delegation, an opportunity to recognize President Jammeh's sterling qualities. They turned up in tens of thousands, filling the Independence Stadium stand to the brim. They were there for the ceremony that marked the formal commencement of the head of state's fourth presidential term. Gambians are accustomed to something that could best be described as a rare commodity many Africans are yearning for. And if anything, they are looking forward to more of that. Some of those who attend the program shared their hopes and expectations with the state broadcaster. And in other news, the bloodshed in Syria is showing no signs of abating, with new reports of violent clashes between army defectors and Syrian government troops. Arab League observers have been making visits to different parts of the country for more than a month since they first entered Syria. Meanwhile, a prominent exiled Syrian tribal chief has asked for UN intervention to save the country. The European Commission and Hungary are set for a serious showdown over the Eastern European countries' attempts to roll out new reforms. The Hungarian Prime Minister has been summoned to Brussels to respond to EU Commission members who have given Budapest 1 month to repeal the new reforms. Despite the threat of sanctions, Prime Minister Viktor Orbán has received widespread support from Hungary's far-right nationalist party. That brings us to the end of the news in summary and the close down of transmission. Do have a wonderful morning.